Rock Transformations Unit, Lesson 4.3, Engaging in a Science Seminar. Activity 2, Participating in the Science Seminar. Here's what your student screen looks like for this part of the lesson. A science seminar is a scientific discussion in which ideas are shared, and students can question and challenge one another. The purpose of the science seminar is to use everyone's knowledge to come to a deeper understanding of something. Today's seminar is specifically about understanding the available evidence about which transformation processes are happening on Venus, the processes that form sedimentary rock or those that form igneous rocks. Science seminar expectations. Students are expected to run the conversation, use evidence to support ideas, explain their thinking, listen to one another, respond to one another, be open to changing their minds. Science seminar seating. Inner semicircle. Half the class sits in the inner semicircle. These students will share and discuss their ideas about the evidence. Outer semicircle. The other half of the class sits in the outer semicircle. These students will listen and take notes. Switch roles. Halfway through, students switch positions and roles. When you're in the outer semicircle, you'll use this sheet to take notes as you listen. Let's review the directions for how to use this sheet. During the science seminar, you will share your thinking about the evidence and about how it supports or does not support each claim. As you discuss, you will also think about everything you've been learning about rock transformation processes. You may want to refer to the key concepts posted on the classroom wall to help explain your thinking. I'll start the conversation off and offer prompts when needed. Otherwise, I'll just be observing. As much as possible, you will run the discussion. It's okay if it is quiet for a few minutes while we think about our ideas. Argumentation sentence starters. I think this evidence supports this claim because. I don't think this evidence supports this claim because. I agree because. I disagree because. Why do you think that? As you participate in the science seminar, make sure to use this kind of scientific language. Consider what we've learned and use it to explain your thinking. Let's begin the science seminar. Take your seats, bring your argument organizers, observation sheets, and something to write with. During the science seminar, you should refer to the Venus evidence cards as well as reference cards 1 and 2. I can project cards as you mention them. Today, you will consider what processes form rocks on Venus. Start with evidence card K, and then continue discussing the other cards. What does this evidence tell us about the rock transformation processes on Venus? Internal energy forms magma on Earth. If the internal energy is the same on Venus compared to Earth, then that could mean Venus also has magma. What do you think about this evidence? Continue discussing which rock transformation processes are happening on Venus, the processes that form sedimentary rock or those that form igneous rock. Remember to refer to the evidence and respond to one another's ideas. Now you will change roles to continue the science seminar. Switch seats between the inner and outer semicircles. Students moving to the inner semicircle, take out your argument organizers with evidence and reference cards. Students moving to the outer semicircle, take out your science seminar observation sheets or turn to page 113 of the investigation notebook. Now you focus on evidence card J and continue the discussion. How are Earth and Venus alike and different? What does this evidence tell us about processes on Venus? Evidence card J is about the air and water on Earth and Venus. How are Earth and Venus the same? How are they different? Does any of the information on this card tell us about igneous or sedimentary processes that could take place on Venus? Continue discussing which rock transformation processes are happening on Venus. The processes that form sedimentary rock or those that form igneous rock. Remember to refer to the evidence and respond to one another's ideas. Let's conclude the science seminar with a whole class discussion. Share your ideas about the evidence and the claims. Did any of you change your minds about which claim is most convincing? Your work during the science seminar helped us more fully answer the question, what rock transformation processes are happening on Venus? Each of you probably has an idea about which claim is stronger, and maybe the idea changed today as you listen to your peers. Now you should be well prepared to write a strong argument. You've listened to your peers and thought a lot about the evidence related to these claims. Now you will write an argument that explains your thinking about which claim most strongly supported and why. You'll choose one of the two claims and explain the evidence that supports the claim. You may also choose to create a claim of your own. We know arguments need to be convincing. The purpose of a scientific argument is to convince others using evidence and reasoning. What are some ways that a written argument can be convincing? You might respond, it uses strong evidence, thoroughly explaining how and why the evidence supports the claim. The writing is clear and easy to read. A scientific argument begins with a question, has a claim that proposes an answer to the question, has evidence that supports the claim, clearly explains how the evidence supports the claim, or reasoning. End of activity. Be sure to complete all your student work in Amplify for this activity before moving on.